Hi guys, Michelle Visser here, author, host of the Simple Doesn't Mean Easy podcast, and I've been writing for over a decade about our entire experience of moving to a rural area, simple living, learning to do some homesteading, all of that over at soulyrested.com. So today I'm diving in a little deeper than I can over on Instagram. I've been sharing all summer long a variety of my favorite refreshing summer drinks. And even though summer is starting to dwindle down, we have gorgeous butterfly bush blooming still. We have gorgeous zinnia in the gardens, even though the gardens are starting to die back a little bit is what I'm trying to say. The tomatoes are literally coming out of our ears. I'm working on dehydrating them, and I'm doing a lot of fermenting all of our cherry tomatoes. I also was making some kombucha today and getting stuff ready for something I'm teaching tonight with local friends. I'm teaching how to make your own tea blends, and I'm getting stuff together for that, including all my varieties of mint. I'm taking samples of all of it so people can try making tea blends with different mints. And my daughter picked up 2 giant boxes of organic fresh peaches for me over the weekend. So I'm working through processing the peaches too. I'm going to freeze some, I'm going to ferment some, I'm going to do some baking. Should I share about fermenting peaches with you guys? It's so good. Anyway, all of that, I don't know what I'm talking about all that for, because what we're talking about today is a summer drink that I'm going to go make right now. I'm taking a break from all of those above things I was just talking about. I'm going to sit down with a tall glass of iced tea that's not just a typical glass of iced tea. This is a special tea. I don't know why it took me my whole life to discover this, but guys, if you add some fresh squeezed orange juice, some maple syrup, and a little bit of espresso, or I'm adding medicinal chicory. I'll tell you more about that in a second. It makes an amazing cup of maple orange iced tea. Let me show you. Let's go into the kitchen. Oh wait, before we go into the kitchen, please take a second to subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to get notifications, I have a new podcast episode once, sometimes twice a week that comes up in video here on YouTube. And I also am going to be releasing a video like this one every week moving forward. I mean, hoping that life allows this. This is my goal. So hit that bell if you don't want to miss any of those. Regardless, thank you for subscribing, and leave a comment. Let me know your questions or your thoughts about this video today. I should explain, I actually started making this last night. Unfortunately, I didn't make both parts of the teas that I need. I only made one of them. I guess I was tired. Didn't think about the fact that I needed both. I think what it was is I actually thought I had chicory tea in the refrigerator. I often have that ready so I can have a little shot of medicinal alternative to espresso. And that's what chicory is for me. It tastes like coffee, guys, but it's a medicinal herb. It's amazing. I'll leave more details in the description. You can actually purchase this chicory blend from my absolute favorite tea and botanical company. And I have a discount code for you, of course, because you need to get this at a discount. But anyway, so I'm going to go actually make the chicory tea now, and I'll show you the golden monkey that I have ready. That's a funny name, isn't it? Let me show you. Here is my chicory. It smells so good, guys. It smells like coffee. It's actually from the root of the chicory plant. I grow my own chicory. In fact, I should do a video about that. Would you like to know more about growing this yourself? But this is not what I grew. I don't grow enough to make a year's worth of chicory for myself. So I'll put the link to where I got this and that discount code, like I said, in the description. So I just have a cup of hot water here, and I'm just going to make this right now. You need a tablespoon of chicory for every 1 cup of hot water, or you can do a cold brew of it, to get espresso level richness. And typically I would use a steeper like this in my mug, but since I only have a cup of water that comes to here, I actually had to grab this steeper that I can dip down in there. As long as your tea is gonna lie below the surface of the water, this is ideal, and it does. So I'm gonna let this steep for quite a few minutes while I make the orange juice part. Well, squeeze the orange juice part. Now I'm going to the back hall to grab the oranges. I have some overly old oranges, so we'll see how well these work. If these juice up well enough for me, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and juice them all and then keep this in the fridge so I have it for more drinks like this on future days. I always roll the orange a little bit to get the juices hopefully flowing. Because it's rather old, not sure how much juice it's gonna have, but I think it'll be enough for this drink at the very least. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, we're good. All right, let's juice this. I've had this juicer for years. It's nothing fancy, but it works much better than the one I used to have. I'll link this in the description in case anyone is wondering. Now let's get this in a glass. So the first step in making this delicious tea is to cold brew the black tea portion of it the night before. You don't have to do it this way. You can certainly just brew it in hot water and then cool it down with ice or however you want to. But I find this to be the easiest way because it's just ready for me the next day. And I have a quart full of it ready at my disposal to make a couple of these delicious drinks. So I have a steeper that I love for this very purpose. I use this for all my cold brews. It fits perfectly in a quart jar. I have a quart jar full of cold filtered water. I'm gonna put my tea in here, slide it in, and let it do its work overnight while I'm sleeping. So you can use whatever your favorite black tea is. I'm sure it would be delicious in this, but of all the ones I've tried, this happens to be my favorite option. It is delicious. Let me get this started. I want 3 tablespoons for a quart of water. That's a really hefty tablespoon. So my next one I'm going to do a little lighter, although it's fine for this to be a rich drink because it's delicious. Now this strainer you can get as part of a kit for cold brew, and it comes with a lid. This is a high-grade stainless steel lid that is going to not rust, and then it also has a seal. But the seal you only need after you're done brewing. If you put the seal on right now, it's not going to fit because this strainer sits on top of your jar. So remove the seal, pop this on for the night, and we'll have delicious tea in about 6 to 8 hours. Okay, and here's the Golden Monkey tea the next afternoon. Just sitting there in the cold water. It did all the brewing. This blend is really delicious. I had never tasted it until recently, but I really like it. It is kind of, it tastes a little bit like bittersweet cocoa, just a little bit of chocolatiness. And it has kind of a nutty aroma, a nutty flavor. So if you like a little bit chocolate, a little bit of nutty, kind of roasted flavor, this tea is for you. Now to make the blend that we're making today, we need 1 part orange juice, 2 parts of any black tea. I'll leave other options in the description, or you can use your favorite black tea. I'll leave some other ones that I love for this, but Golden Monkey is my favorite. And by the way, don't miss the discount code in the description if you want to try it out. So 1 part orange, 2 part Golden Monkey, a tablespoon or 2 or 3 of maple syrup, If you want to know about making your own maple syrup, I have lots of videos about that. We are sugar makers, and that is what my book, Sweet Maple, is all about. I love a maple. Okay, so there's our maple syrup. And then the really exciting part of this drink, the espresso alternative. Now, if you want to put espresso in, that's great. Go for it. But I always make this medicinal caffeine-free option. Now, my drink is not caffeine-free. Golden Monkey or black tea in general does have caffeine, but I'm not adding a ton of extra in my shot of espresso. And I don't need this whole cup. I need about a half a cup. So I'm gonna put that in. Ideally, I would love for this to be ice cold out of my refrigerator, but since I forgot to make it, I'm putting it in warm, and then I'm just adding my ice to cool it down. Get a straw. Now, I'm gonna take it out to the porch. I haven't even tasted it yet, because I wanna sit down and enjoy this. All right, I am in my favorite seat all summer long. This is where you will find me if I'm putting my feet up, right here on the porch in my hammock. This stuff is good. I like it because it's so unique. I'll be honest with you, I am not a huge iced tea fan. Now, everybody else in my family likes it more than I do. Bill is a fanatic about iced tea. I'll leave information in the description for his absolute favorite blend that I make from organic teas that is better than the Lipton he used to be addicted to. But I'm just not a big fan of iced tea. I don't know. It doesn't have enough flavor for me. I don't know. Like I'll drink a cup of hot black tea sometimes when I'm in the mood for it. I don't know, but sweet iced tea doesn't cut it for me. I know a lot of people love it. I will definitely drink it, but this I can get behind with the fresh squeezed orange juice, a little bit of maple, and that extra chicory. Please give it a try and let me know what you think. All the resources you need to make this, including the detailed recipe, are in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Join me next video and be sure to subscribe.